Eve's Guide for Regular Guys. Tips and advice on developing confidence, embracing your style, and attracting the love and sex you want. Hi there, and welcome back to episode 2. I'm very glad you decided to join me. This is a really great step towards improving your life, I think. The response to the first episode of this guide was just incredible. I'm so pleased that so many of you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for all of your kind words and encouragement. So I'm really excited to continue with this now. I hope you are too. I'm really glad you want to relearn how to appreciate yourself and how to feel better, because that's what this series is all about, really. It's not about looking better, achieving more, getting rich. It's about feeling good in your own skin, being comfortable and content with yourself, and bringing good things into your life because of it. Now, a lot of you mentioned in the survey that I did that one of the main reasons you wanted to listen to this series was to attract women, and I understand that completely. I'm going to be telling you general things that I believe women like and respond to in general, as long as you take it as a general guideline and understand that this isn't gospel. I don't have all the answers. It isn't something that will be true for everyone and always and forever. And really, what I really hope you'll get from this series more than anything is a deeper compassion for yourself, more excitement about your own life and what you can do with it. Less anxiety and stress, more self-confidence, these primary things that are necessary before you can even start to think about the secondary benefit of attracting someone else. I want you to think of it like a trickle-down effect. If you help yourself first, if you ease some of your anxiety and maybe deal with some of your issues, the side effect could very well be that you become that much more attractive to others. In fact, I'm certain it will be. But it shouldn't be your primary goal. I hope that's clear enough without kind of affecting your optimism. I end each episode of this series with the reminder that you're well on the way to finding love, because I believe you are. I just don't want this to become the overriding goal of your life, if you know what I mean. I want you to be the overriding goal of your life. So, now that that's out of the way, let's just get right into it, shall we? So, following on from last week, I hope you took some time to think about what I was saying, how you need to be kinder to yourself, as if you're your own best friend. And I know it may have brought up some issues for some of you, maybe some uncomfortable feelings, maybe a few tears. But if so, that's a good thing. It means you're starting to shake loose those old feelings. It's going to be a little uncomfortable at first to start thinking of yourself in a different way, just like any growth is uncomfortable. So whatever you started feeling, just accept it and be glad that you're reaching that part of yourself that needs some love and some understanding. You're worth it. Okay, so last week I talked about being open to this whole idea, allowing new thoughts and ideas and trying new things. So bear with me here. I'm going to start with the very basics, and I hope you'll follow. Because even if what I say seems like it might be a bit too simplistic or obvious, I want you to trust that I have a master plan here, and that this is all part of it. You can trust me. I'm looking out for you. I'm going to introduce more mindfulness and purposeful thinking into your day. The emphasis is always going to be on caring for yourself and sending yourself the unspoken message that you're worth the effort. And if this is something you've been having trouble with, I think you need to start with small things, easy things, things that won't challenge you too much, but which I think will make a big difference. Just to stress again, none of this is an attempt to tell you that you're doing something wrong or to make you change or to make you more attracted to strangers at this point. Any of these things, these first few lessons, if you will, are simply going to be about caring for yourself. Okay? Kind of reprogramming yourself a little, sending yourself the right messages to counteract some of the negative ones that you might be reinforcing right now. So I'm going to start out by talking about something you probably don't talk about very much, your morning routine. From the moment you throw the alarm clock across the room and stumble into the bathroom, that kind of thing. And through this series, I'm going to progress through your day and probably throw in some additional things to think about. But for now, I want to start with how you greet the day. I'm betting you don't give too much thought to your morning routine. It's pretty rote at this point, right? You do the same things more or less in an attempt to get out the door on time and look halfway presentable to the public. Yeah, I know. Starting this week, I want you to take on this little project for me. Step one of the project of you, so to speak. I want you to start approaching your morning routine a little differently. You can start being mindful and kinder to yourself, even in the shower. Turn the water on. Make sure you get it just the temperature you want before you step in. Make sure it's nice and warm, but not scalding hot. That's very bad for your skin. And not too cold either. Don't stand under it and wait for it to warm up. That's really uncomfortable, standing in cold water like that. You want to treat yourself well. Let the water run for a few seconds until it's a lovely warm temperature. If your shower nozzle has different settings, the thin, harsh jet or the more diffuse pattern with less pressure, make sure you set it to the one that you like. Have you ever thought about the one you like? Think about it now if you haven't, and set it so that when you step into the shower, the water is just to your liking. And then just stand there for a moment and just feel this wonderful warm water flowing over your head and down your body. And just focus on how good it feels. How such a simple thing like warm water can feel so good. Turn around a bit so that the stream hits your trapezius muscles along the top of your shoulders and neck. We often carry a lot of stress there. So let the warm water just massage that area for a few minutes. Do some slow neck circles as you do. Just loosen up those muscles, which can get really tight from tension or even just from sleep. Let your body just relax in this wonderful warm water for a moment. Take the time to just close your eyes and focus on how great it feels. And at this point, too, I want you to remind yourself that you're grateful and thankful that you have a body that works. That you are able to stand here and feel this wonderful pleasure. That's all, just a little word of thanks for your functioning body. Don't take it for granted, ever. I know our tendency is to look at our bodies and say, I don't like my body, I don't like this about it, I don't like that about it, but believe me, you really need to take a step back sometimes and say, I have a body that works. I have a healthy body that lets me do anything I want to do. And I should never take that for granted. I should always be thankful for that, because not everybody has this great gift. Now, for some people, getting a shower speaker and putting on music or a podcast or something also helps relax them and put them in a good mood. The point is to make this environment a real pleasure for yourself and do what you need to do to enjoy it. There's a great scene in the movie Family Man where Téa Leoni is dancing away to the Rolling Stones in her shower. It's fantastic. She's just bopping away, having a great time. You want to have that kind of feel-good pleasure when you're in the shower. Why not? Why not dance in the shower, And I'm going to say, too, you know me. You know how important I think self-love is. So I would encourage you to masturbate while you're in the shower in the morning. Just give yourself a few moments of sexual pleasure, maybe a release, while you're feeling this good. You can come if you want to, or you can just pleasure yourself, whatever you feel like. But give yourself that little gift, too. It's the perfect time for it, really. You're completely alone. It's private, no mess. Don't worry about anything, And consider this, too. It's helpful to get used to sexual arousal and pleasure outside of the typical stimulation that you normally use. So, for example, if you always jerk off to visual or audio porn, you don't want to risk getting to the point where that's the only way you can get turned on. So use your imagination. Imagine your dream lover in the shower there with you. Reinforce the real world sensations and pleasures, and prepare yourself for the day when she will be in there with you. Now, as for what you use, what product you use on your body, now that you've jerked off and you're ready to get clean, this is important too, and maybe something you don't think too much about. You probably just use whatever's there, right? Or you get whatever's on sale, or whatever you're familiar with. Just regular soap, right? You don't think about it too much. Well, I want you to change that. Starting today, or as soon as you can, I want you to go to the drugstore or grocery store and find the men's care section and spend some real time there looking at, testing, and smelling all the body care products they have for guys. I want you to treat this like a serious thing. Look at all the various brands and smell them, read the labels, try a dab on your skin. And it doesn't matter what you choose, okay? It doesn't matter what product you choose. Pick something that you like. Choose it because you like it and for no other reason. I mean, these things aren't expensive, so it's not a big deal. But buy a couple of things for yourself. Get a body soap, a shaving gel, and a deodorant. If you get all the same brand, you won't get clashing scents. And this part may be a harder sell, but stay with me here, guys. You know I love you. I won't steer you wrong. I want you to get a loofah or some kind of body scrubber, like one of those white puff things or something. These aren't just for girls, I promise. You're going to be so glad you tried this if you don't use one already. Okay, so when you're in the shower with your new products, with the things that you've chosen because you like them, I want you to be aware of that when you start to soap up. Don't just go through the motions. I want you to lather up and gently exfoliate all the dead skin off your body with your scrubber. That's what it's called, exfoliation. It just gets rid of the top layer of dead skin. Now, don't go nuts. Don't, sandblast your skin off. Just gently scrub it away. Now, there's a reason for this, and it has nothing to do with getting clean. Our skin regenerates all the time. It's constantly growing up from the bottommost level up through the various layers to the surface where it sloughs off. Now, if you actively remove that dead uppermost layer of skin, you stimulate skin production even more. And you also increase the circulation to your skin. If you're fair-skinned, you know how your skin can get a bit red if you scrub it even lightly. Well, obviously that's increased blood flow to that area, and that's really good for your skin. It brings all kinds of nutrients and gets rid of waste. It's really good. So by lightly scrubbing that dead layer off, you're making your skin healthier and improving your circulation. And this is the best part. You are going to feel so damn good all day. You're going to feel all fresh and tingly. You're going to feel great in your clothes. It is such a pleasurable feeling. It's like getting a full body massage. You're going to spend the rest of the day feeling so good. It's worth it. And here's the bonus. I should add a little sound effect here. Like if this was one of those for dummies books, I'd put an exclamation point here in a little circle. The bonus, as far as women goes, is that if a girl you work with or you know casually happens to feel your skin sometime during the day, she's going to love it. You'll feel soft and smooth and warm and silky, even if you're hairy, It's a real pleasure to touch soft, healthy male skin. So there's always that. So there are like 4 benefits to doing this so far. You make your skin healthier, you improve circulation, you get clean, you smell good, women like how you feel. I mean, what is that, 6? It's a no-brainer, right? Okay, so you've done that. Now you're ready to get out of the shower. Now answer this question for me quickly. Don't think about it too hard, okay? What are your towels like? I'm serious. Think about your towels. I know you probably never get asked this question, but that's why you're here with me, because I'm going to ask you these important questions. What are your towels like? Are they old beach towels with a Budweiser logo on them, left over from spring break? Are they like hand-me-downs from your mom, you know? Or were they just the first thing you saw when you went shopping for towels when you moved in? When you get out of a shower and are soaking wet, standing there beginning to shiver, you deserve to have really good, really fluffy, preferably warm towels to wrap around yourself. So when you're out shopping for your soap and stuff, stop by the linen section and check out every towel they have. Run your hands over every one of them until you find the softest, fluffiest one. Check the labels on them. You're going to want 100% cotton. And ideally, you want to look for Egyptian cotton. These are the softest towels. They're amazing. Just pure decadent pleasure. Honestly, they're fantastic. And they aren't that much more expensive. They're so worth it. But if you can't afford them, then make sure you get the softest towels, 100% cotton, that you can afford. Just get one if you have to. This isn't about having matching towel sets or anything like that. This is about indulging in something really luxurious that your body deserves. And there's a sound effect again. If a woman is in your place and she sees these awesome towels you have, she's going to love it. She's going to think you have great taste and that you take care of yourself and appreciate good things. It's going to go a long way. Now for me, I love a warmed towel when I get out of the shower. You can get towel warmers that plug in. I've seen them for about $50 or so on eBay. It's not that much, really, when you think about how wonderful it feels to wrap a warm, soft towel around yourself right out of the shower. I mean, this is your body. This is your life. Why should you shiver and suffer and be uncomfortable? Now, when you go to dry yourself off, don't do that harsh back and forth thing, Don't scrape off a layer of skin with your towel. That's just really too hard on your skin. Ideally, you want to just dab yourself dry. And in winter, I'd really recommend you moisturize your skin with something that contains either cocoa butter or shea butter. It'll keep your skin from getting really painfully dry and red and cracking. Plus, it'll make you feel soft for ding, 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 touchability. But even if you just start with plain cotton towels for now, that's fine. It's a great start. You see, I want you to approach everything that's part of your morning routine this way. Like it's a treat for you. When you're out shopping for your soap and stuff, go get some new toothpaste and a new toothbrush. Choose what you want, the flavors and smells you like. Maybe you just like one tube design better than the others. Maybe you like electric toothbrushes better than the old kind. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. The point is, you're making choices just because you're investing in yourself and because you want to make your morning routine as pleasurable as possible. You want to get used to the idea of choosing things because it's of value to you and because you're worth it. This is an exercise. This is not really about the kind of toothpaste you use or the kind of towels you have. This is about telling yourself that this is important and get used to doing this. Now, if you shave in the morning or you trim your beard, make sure you get the best razor you can afford, something that won't nick you. I mean, really, it should be a no-brainer, right? You shouldn't have to bleed. You shouldn't. So, I know razor blades are ridiculously expensive, but don't go for the cheapest ones. Get a good blade, like a, triple or whatever, or quadruple one or whatever, or get an electric razor. This is your face. It's your skin. You're worth it. Ask yourself if you would want someone you care about to get cut up in the morning. Get a decent set of nail clippers. Maybe even get one of those little sets in a little case. You can trim your nails with something that won't fall apart or break. I want you to get the best quality, nicest stuff you can afford. Something that feels good when you're using it. Now, the question of cologne. Now that's up to you. If you've bought nice smelling men's care stuff, you likely won't need cologne. You'll smell good just from those things. But if you do want to use cologne, approach it with the same care that you did everything else. Make it a special thing you do. Invest the time in smelling all of them, trying a few. And if there are women around you in the store, don't be afraid to ask them what they think of this particular scent. Ask older women if you're too shy to ask the younger ones. Little old ladies will happily tell you what they think about everything. Or ask someone who works there just for her opinion. Or bring your sister or your mom, ask their opinion on it. You're probably only thinking of wearing cologne to be attractive to women. So you might as well find out if they even like it before you bother buying some. So I think you're really getting the picture here. Even something as simple as your morning routine can be a chance to take care of yourself and to start insisting on surrounding yourself with quality things that you like. It could be a chance to ease some stress, to practice some self-love, to take care of your body, to feel sensual pleasure, make yourself touchable and smelling yummy. All this before you even start breakfast. I'd go a step further and say, don't be afraid to make your bathroom look the way you want, too. Keep it clean and choose colors you like. Put pictures up that motivate you, or even put affirmations and encouraging statements on little stickies and put them on the mirror. Things you'll see when you're doing your grooming, things that will filter in to your brain day in and day out. And at night, you take a bath to relax and really de-stress your whole body. Spend some time at the store looking at all the awesome stuff you can buy to make your bath better. And I say again, this stuff isn't just for girls. Bath salts or even just plain Epsom salts can actually help ease sore muscles. And the warm water will certainly relax you. The point is, these are all just suggestions for how you can invest in yourself and make the start of your day mindful, purposeful, and dedicated to pleasurable sensations and emotions. And none of it has anything to do with the image you present to the world. Well, with the possible exception of smelling sexy, but you know what I mean. None of this is about how you look or how your body looks. This is about feeling good, feeling taken care of, feeling worth it, because you are. So will you do this for me? Will you try it at least? Will you go on a little shopping trip and pick out things that you like, just for the purpose of treating yourself well? You don't have to spend a lot of money. Just get a few little things to make your morning routine more pleasurable. And Egyptian cotton, remember that, I mean it. You will thank me. I think it's really important to remember that when you're starting something like this, when you're trying to recapture the feeling you had when you were a little kid, when the world was just your oyster and you really felt invincible, that you've had a lot of years of feeling the opposite. And you really need to give yourself permission to just start slow. It may not be easy at first. You may just laugh it off and say, this is ridiculous. I'm not even going to bother doing this. But the reason I'm asking you to do these really small things is because it sends a message to yourself, whether you're aware of it or not. It sends a very distinct message that you are worth this time and effort. And that all of these little things that you do, these little changes you make, will eventually add up into a bigger picture. That soon everything you do in your life will be a reflection of this. It won't just be that you're choosing a certain shower gel or a certain kind of towel. It'll be you're choosing the career you want. You're choosing the people you want to spend time with. You're choosing the people to have relationships with. You're choosing big, important things in your life from the perspective of somebody who values himself and knows he's worth it. Not a lot of people can go right there, right to that kind of confidence from the position that most of us are in, which is not feeling great about ourselves. So that's why I'm recommending that we start with baby steps. Just start with really, really small things and see how it starts to make you feel that little bit better when you actually care about yourself. Even right down to little minutiae, little tiny things. So I hope you'll trust me and give it a try. So that's about it for this week. For this series, I'm going to alternate the kind of things I talk about. So next week, I'm going to talk about something a bit more abstract. I'm going to talk about how to get yourself in the right mindset for things to start improving in your life. So until next time, remember, you're an attractive, interesting person worthy of love. And you're well on the way to finding it. Bye for now.